But now that I'm in the inside in WWE and I'm a WWE superstar, all I gotta say is when I meet athletes, I'm like, put some respect on our name.
WWE Superstar, or as people have called you, the Beyonce of the WWE. How does that feel? I mean, it's been such a crazy ride.
It's amazing, and it's really cool to, I don't know, have my name in the same conversation as Beyonce.
Sure, I know that's right.
Considered the Beyonce of WWE. I mean, she's Queen Bee. I love her, but it's been a wild, crazy ride, and I'm just ready to keep riding.
Yeah, I mean, you're so unapologetically yourself, from your style to your makeup. I mean, you design your own looks, all of that. Was there ever like apprehensiveness on your part though about you being yourself being too much?
You know, once I got into WWE, no.
Yeah.
You know, Bianca Belair, who I am on TV, this is a result of me finding myself before I got to WWE. So before WWE, yes, I was very insecure. I always questioned myself, but it was a journey that I took along the way to find who I am and be, you know, I lost myself for a minute, then I found myself, and once I found myself, I'm like, I'm never letting this go. And I want to have fun at what I do, and I just want to be me. I want to show up and just be unapologetically me. I felt like a lot of times through life, we had to, like as women especially, and women of color, we had to choose a piece of us to showcase. And I was like, no, wait, I'm multifaceted. I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. I shouldn't have to hide this part of myself to present this part of myself. I can show up and be the full me and not be placed in a box. And in that way, through WWE, I've been able to showcase that. And I think that I've been able to be relatable to a lot of different people and just inspire people to be you. Like, that's the greatest gift that you have to give, is to be you. There's only one you. And there's so many amazing things about yourself. So show up as you, and that's simply enough.
How crazy is it when you're like standing in this corner waiting for it to just like pop off?
It's like, so now that I'm champion, we do championship introductions.
Yeah.
Which makes it have like a big fight feel.
Yeah.
So I'll stand here in this corner, and then my opponent's here. You have the ring announcer here.
Yeah.
And then he announces my opponent, then he announces me.
Yeah.
But that's when the nerves are like, okay, just ring the bell. I'm ready for the bell to ring.
Yeah.
But it's cool, because then you get to take your time, you get to see the audience, you get to see the crowd, you get to soak it in. Like,
yeah.
I've never experienced a crowd like a WWE crowd. They are super passionate. They are invested. It's like boos, cheers. You get some EST chants in there.
Yeah.
It's just like electrifying.
Do you ever feel like, because you're part of this world and a big part of your job is playing a character, that when you meet other athletes who may be in the NBA, the NFL, and sports where, you know, the fantasy aspect of it is not included, do you feel that they respect you as an athlete, or do you feel that they kind of look at you like, she's not really an athlete, you know, we're a real athlete?
Yeah, I do. I feel like there's a little bit of like, I mean, they're not really an athlete. And the thing is, I don't try to take offense, because I didn't come from the WWE world. You know, I didn't grow up watching wrestling. I never aspired to be a WWE superstar. I wanted to be an Olympic track athlete. I wanted to be an Olympic gymnast. I was an athlete my whole life. So I understand how it is from the outside looking in. But now that I'm in the inside in WWE and I'm a WWE superstar, all I gotta say is when I meet athletes, I'm like, put some respect on our name. You know, but it's really cool. Like for when I had the main event with at WrestleMania 37, I was like the first Black woman to be able to main event at WrestleMania, and we won an ESPY off of that match, and we got recognized in the world of sports. I'm like, we're changing the game, and I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of changing the game, because we're not just WWE superstars. We're not just wrestlers. We're athletes. We're actors. We're entertainers. We're icons. We're representation. We're activists. We're doing it all.
Yeah.
Like, we are out there doing high risk moves. I'm in the ring doing 450 flips off the top rope, but I'm also deadlifting and picking up girls over my head in 30-minute matches. I'm out there cutting 5-minute, 8-minute promos where we don't have teleprompters.
Say that again. We don't have teleprompters.
We're memorizing all of that for 5 to 8 minutes, and we're doing these high-risk skilled moves, and we're doing it on live TV. So we are experts at what we do. I just think that wrestlers, we need to put some respect on our name. We can go out there and be athletes. We can go and do interviews. We can go and be in commercials. We can be in movies. We can do it all. So
we've seen it done before.
Yeah, so got to put some respect on our name.
I love that. Well, someone who has never doubted your belongingness in this world or just your ability as a woman is your hubby, Montez Ford. Listen, he had this to say about witnessing all you've accomplished. He said, "The love of my life, to see her accomplishments, not only brings joy within her, but it brings joy within myself. Seeing her just be happy in something that she wants to achieve." I mean, clearly your biggest fan. What does having that support, that love, do for you, not only as an athlete, but as a woman?
Well, I always say that I am blessed to do what I love with the person that I love. And it's really cool that I'm with someone that's in the same business as me. We get to celebrate the highs and the lows together this year. We got to have our first WrestleMania together where he got to support me and I got to support him. And I get more nervous for his matches than I get for mine because I want him to do so well and I can't control it. He says the same thing. But it's everything, especially being a woman who is very successful in what she's doing and having a man that's there and supports that and is happy for that. I feel like I'm very blessed to have that. And then especially like the type of woman that I am, where I'm unapologetically me, I'm loud, I'm proud, I'm bold, I'm muscular. And he embraces that and loves his muscular woman, and it just makes me feel good, and it's just it's empowering.
This is the place.
This is the place.
This is the place where we met.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I heard you applied that pressure.
I did.
Listen, for the girls, go after what you want.
You gotta go for what you want, He walked in, I was like, ooh, that's a beautiful man. Y'all might want to keep him away from me. And they didn't, so.
And they didn't, and here we are. So,
here we are.
There you go. I love that. I absolutely love that. And listen, speaking of your man, he recently got love from one of the biggest superstars to ever walk this world, The Rock.
Yeah.
I mean, that has to be huge. How close is he to becoming a single world champion?
I don't know. I mean, right now he's in a tag team. He's one half of the tag team, the Street Profits, and they're doing amazing right now. And Angelo Dawkins is his tag team partner. He's part of the fam. We're all a fam together. We travel together, but I know my husband, and he has a lot of potential. And when you get somebody like The Rock to get behind you and say that they see that in him, it's just inevitable. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. I see it, everybody else sees it, The Rock sees it, and I'm putting out there my husband's gonna be the next biggest thing in WWE in the future. So you hear it right now.
You heard it here first.
And I said it, so you know it's gonna be true.
You gotta dive into the world that has made you a superstar and that you have just set ablaze. You are, one of the premier stars at the forefront of what is becoming this women's era, probably the most prominent women's era in the WWE. How special is that for you?
Oh, it's so special. I mean, I'm in WWE at an amazing time where women are at the forefront of everything. I mean, we are main eventing WrestleManias, we're main eventing pay-per-views, we're main eventing on a weekly basis. It's just amazing because our locker room is so stacked and it's so full of so many unique, amazing women, and that's what makes our locker room so amazing, is that we all represent being a woman in our own way.
Ronda Rousey, somebody else who kind of, is forging her own blueprint.
Yeah.
Current women's champion on SmackDown. What would it look like if you guys got in the ring?
I'm a competitor. I've been a competitor my whole life. I love and crave competition. And I'm always trying to prove that I'm the best. That's why I call myself the EST of WWE. So anytime I can step in the ring with someone with the caliber of Ronda Rousey, I'm going to run towards that opportunity. So as long as she's still champion and I'm still champion at Survivor Series, we might see Bianca Belair versus Ronda Rousey.
Listen, I know her agent. I'm going to put in a call because I want to see that.
What people talk to my people. Let's make it happen.
Right. Listen, you were one of the strongest superstars in WWE. Would you ever see yourself getting into the ring with the men and really putting that to the test?
I would love to. I mean, I would love to. I mean, I'm a fan of China. I'm a fan of Beth Phoenix, the women that have done it before and gotten into the ring with men. I would love to. But right now, I will say our women's division is stacked enough.
But keeping it on the trend of men, obviously Cody Rhodes made headlines, you know, Hell in a Cell. He was wrestling with a torn pectoral muscle. It looked brutal. Everyone on social media was talking about it. A lot of people were saying, why didn't he just stop? Like, that's not something you play with. But is it easier to make that decision in hindsight than it is when you're actually in the ring?
It was different, so you can always look back and be like, I don't know about that one. But the thing is, when you're passionate about something and you love something, nothing's going to get in your way of that. And so that's what I saw with Cody. He loves WWE, he loves the business, and nothing's going to get in the way of that. And like I said, when you're on this platform, you have so many people watching you, you're inspiring so many people, you feel like you don't want to let them down either. Mm-hmm. So, you know, in hindsight, yeah, it's a lot easier to look back and be like, I don't know if that was a good idea. It was hard watching that match, but to see him overcome all of that, I mean, there's no other word but like inspiring to describe that.
Do you think that's something you would have powered through, or do you think you would have been like, no, take me out?
I'm powering through it. I mean, WrestleMania 37, Becky Lynch, I took a whole boot to the eye. Becky Lynch hit me in the eye. I was like, dang, Becky with the big boots right to the eye. I still have a black eye a little bit. It's been almost 3 months. And the whole time during the match, my eye was swollen shut the next day. The whole time during the match, I never had a thought to stop during the match. I'm like, nope, we gonna keep going. So that's kind of the attitude that you have when you just keep pushing through.
When it's all said and done, when you look back on your career and you look back on your life, what do you want that legacy to be?
I just want that legacy to be where people remember me for how I made them feel. I don't want it to be where they remember the moves that I did, the 450, the hair whip, the KOD. I want them to feel like they were a part of that legacy. That when they see this title and they see me with this title, it's not just about me, it's about them. I want them to feel something from my legacy. And I just want to change the game. I want to show up, I want to change the game. I want to continue to keep representing for women and women of color and just relate to everyone that watches and inspire. So I want my legacy to be more about everyone else and not just about me.
And you guys can check out this amazing generational talent July 2nd at Money in the Bank in Las Vegas, only on Peacock.